No, I'm really excited. It's cool to like have it's almost like you're starting life again a little bit, or like
That's what
getting
it
life
feels
back
like.
on track where it's like, okay, now what? What are like the real life things that I want to do
I
right
could,
now? I want to take things back to wrestling for one quick second and we can take this
oh,
out if you want. But you got the call to be a part of the Rumble, did you not?
oh yeah, I did. How freaking awkward is that, right?
It's so weird.
So I was in the middle of trying to get my stuff back, right? Like I had a bunch of crap, like you know how it is, like you just
Yeah, in the
shoving stuff in
drawers.
everybody's boxes, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm in the middle of getting my stuff back. They sent me a box and like more than half was missing. I'm like, yeah, what's going on? So when I got the call, I thought it was about like, where's my stuff? Where so I answered, I'm like, hey, what's up? It was, my homie in TR. And they were like, hey, Savalina, my official name. We were just calling to see if you'd be interested in participating in the Royal Rumble. And I started hysterically laughing because I thought it was my friend joking with me, right? I
Yeah.
was like, oh,
Yeah.
you're freaking hilarious. Ha ha ha. Like, and then he was like, actually, no, this is an official call. And I was like, oh, I was like, hard fucking no. I was like, fuck no, I'm not coming back. And he was like, oh, well, we'd like to offer you this. And I was like, first of all, I already know I'm still under my 90 days. I was like, you're still going to be paying me anyways. I was like, so you're not offering me anything. And I was like, no, I'm not coming back. I was like, absolutely not. I was like, is this all this was? And he was like, yes. I'm like, okay, bye.
Doesn't that feel like a slap in the face?
It
Like I
was,
feel like this is one of those things I know is going to be on a bunch of headlines and whatever. But
yeah,
like it does feel like a slap in the face, right? To be like, hey, you're not needed anymore. But like, oh my God, actually, we kind of need some more bodies to fill this Royal Rumble.
that's exactly what it was. And guess what? It wasn't even like, so they were accumulating a list. This is what I was told. They're accumulating a list. They wanted to offer me the opportunity, accumulate a list that they send to Vince. Then Vince goes to the list and says who he wants and who he doesn't. I was like, so you're asking me to be a part of a list to go to the next step? I was like, no, what is like, how much more can you shit on me, dude? Like,
Yeah.
and so, and then, the person, whatever, somebody was just like, well, we didn't want her to feel left out. Like if it got around that, she didn't get asked, we didn't want her to feel left out. I was like, you, that's such bullshit.
Thanks.
I was like, that's such bullshit. You had no bodies, you needed people. And, yeah, no, I definitely connipshed
It's
that.
I found that so odd. Like, and the people that did show up and were a part of it, like, yeah, absolutely go do it and get that money and do, live your
Yeah.
life, enjoy it. But yeah, I thought it was really funny for them to be like, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired. To be like, oh, actually, could you come back and can we just hit your music one last time? Thanks.
Yeah. And then just like that's what it is that kind of sucks. It's like you are so ingratiated in this. Like your whole life is in this business. Like I put off weddings, baby showers, family get-togethers. Like I've literally ostracized my family and friends for 8 years and
Mm-hmm.
put this company first.
Yeah.
And that's because that's what they require, even though you're an independent contractor, right? But like, and then when you're gone, it's like, go,
Deuces. Yeah.
and like thankfully I was definitely smart enough to save and be really smart with my money. But it's like, it is that kind of kidnapper thing, like where you've made me think that you're the only thing I can have,
And that you're protecting me.
and that you're protecting me and you have my back. And then, and for the ladies, it's a lot different. The guys get a lot more support and a lot more money. They get a lot more money. So when shit like this happens, they're not really too worried about the next step.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
hate saying that, but it's, like I do know that WWE likes to play into like a narrative and like, oh, we're so supportive of women. It's like, but are you? Like there's a couple women that could probably sit back and be fine, but like the majority, no, they gotta hustle.
100%.
And then you have I mean, not all, but a lot of guys that they're like, yeah, we're fine, we have like all this. And I'm like, so
Yeah.
happy for you, not knocking it, I'm just saying, like,
Does leave people in a bad spot. And also, like, I mean, just to like sort of piggyback on that too, but it's like for the women as well, like they're giving you their prime years.
prime years, like that was one thing I told you about. It was like, I sacrificed probably like getting married and having kids because I wanted to follow this dream thinking like, oh, it was great. So it was definitely my choice, right? Like
Yeah.
I made that choice. And when you think you're giving that, you're thinking it's going to be reciprocated. And you know, it's the ugly truth that you got to stand, you got to face. It is what it is. But, you know, like help me out afterwards. Like make sure that we are going to be, but I mean, I know I'm okay. It's just that when you sit back and look at it, you're like, dang.
But and the thing is, I mean, it's this kind of is with, you know, many different lines of work, but it's like, yeah, you really have to be aware of your finances, of what you're doing, what you're investing in. Like this is definitely not like a live frivolously and you're making that money for forever. Cause yeah, when that door slams in your face, it's like, oh shit. What am I doing again?
But
Like,
it's the catch 22 of like when you're wrestling, especially when you're trying to evolve as a woman and as a character in general, you're getting your hair done, your nails done, makeup, clothes, stylists, photo shoots because you want to seem alluring to people. Like there's like a whole vast amount of things that you're dropping, your gear. Oh my gosh, gear, just you're just shitting money, right?
yeah.
And
Yeah.
then and stuff that you think you could be saving, but you're like, no, this is an investment for my future. Like it's gonna work out for me and it's for my
You're
brand.
investing in yourself. Yeah.
And then you look back and I look at my tax returns, I'm like, where in the F did I spend all this money? Because I do not remember this.
I know. I
It
know.
goes so fast. And you know, we all have to carry our own burden, like our cars, our hotels, like
Mhm.
it's just, it's a lot. So